Imagine being trapped inside a tunnel from which there is absolutely no escape, no matter how hard you try. Something very similar happens to the people in this story. The story begins in a mountainous region of China, where a girl is taking a lift in a man's car. Suddenly, she notices a dead person's hand sticking out from under the seat. This seemingly innocent man is actually a serial killer. At that very moment, he stops the car and brutally murders the girl with a sharp weapon. A few days later, a bus carrying several passengers is traveling along the same route. An announcement comes on the radio saying that due to an accident ahead, the road is closed. The driver, Tony, decides to divert the bus onto a rough, unfamiliar road. Soon, they come across a tunnel, one Tony has never driven through before. As the bus moves forward, a man suddenly appears in front of it inside the tunnel. Seeing a lone man in such an isolated place terrifies everyone. The man boards the bus, pretending to be just another passenger. Later, Len notices in a newspaper that this man is actually a wanted criminal, but he chooses not to say anything to avoid danger. The bus continues driving for 20 minutes, yet they are still inside the tunnel. Tony knows that even the longest tunnel in the country takes only 10 minutes to cross. This tunnel seems endless. They decide to turn back, but even after driving at full speed for 30 minutes, they can't reach the entrance. It becomes clear that this is no ordinary tunnel. It has no end. Everyone gets off the bus. Jin notices that his phone, which he had accidentally dropped at the tunnel's entrance earlier, is now lying on the ground nearby. This confirms something is seriously wrong. Len suggests walking forward to find an exit, but due to complete darkness, it's easy to get lost. Jin breaks his glow stick into two parts. One he keeps, and the other he gives to another passenger named Worm. The mysterious man from the tunnel, whose name is Qian, says he will go with Len. After walking for a while, the group hears footsteps. Two figures approach, and everyone prepares to defend themselves. But it turns out to be Len and Qian again. The tunnel is straight, yet people somehow keep looping back to the same spot. Realizing they're trapped, Len distributes food and water among everyone. 4 men go ahead again to search for an exit, while the women and children stay on the bus. Soon, Jin notices that in just 30 minutes, the bus is already covered in dust, as if it's been standing there for months. Panicked, he brings everyone outside. The 4 men also return to the same place. Tony notices that their food has already rotted, meaning time inside this maze moves much faster than in the real world. Inside the bus, they find a full map of the tunnel system, placed there by someone unknown. Len tries to understand the map, but suddenly the lights go out, and Lee disappears. They follow marks left behind and reach a hollow wall. Breaking it open, they enter a strange room filled with photos of people who went missing. An engineering diagram reveals that there are 600 interconnected tunnels, and to escape, all 6 main tunnels must be crossed. They find a strange calendar showing only one date, the 15th of July. When Qian tears it off, a secret door appears. After they leave, a TV in the room turns on, showing a woman trapped inside a cave. They enter the second tunnel, where they again find their bus, but it looks like it's been there for months. They find noodles, but Tony takes control of the food at gunpoint. Since time moves rapidly, everyone becomes extremely hungry, and human behavior begins to break down. One woman is even ready to offer her body to Tony for food. She secretly steals a packet of noodles, but Tony attacks her. Suddenly, in the darkness, someone kills Tony from behind. Bun notices a manhole under the bus. They enter it and reach another strange room, where the TV now shows the woman slowly drowning inside the cave. Again, they find the same calendar and another secret door, leading to the third tunnel. This tunnel is darker and more abandoned. The bus is there again, this time filled with snakes, as if it's been abandoned for years. Van pulls out a gun and declares that every time someone dies, a secret passage appears. He believes killing everyone is the only way out. He shoots Chen using Jin's hands, beats the children, kills Fan, and tries to strangle Sarah. But before he can, someone kills him from behind. After his death, another secret passage opens into the fourth tunnel. Jin, who is pregnant, goes into labor. Meanwhile, Sarah starts hallucinating due to the tunnel affecting mental stability. She runs outside and sees only dead bodies. When she looks into a mirror, someone kills her from behind. Later, Jin's son dies, and she loses her sanity, stabbing Qian to death. Then the truth is revealed. At the beginning of the story, the serial killer, James, had actually been arrested, but due to an accident, he went into a coma. He had kidnapped and murdered many women, but one girl, Sarah, was still alive. No one knew where she was. Because James was in a coma, the police sent a psychotherapist named Qian into his subconscious to find Sarah's location. Everything we saw was happening inside James's mind. James is a tunnel engineer, and in his coma, he created a terrifying maze of tunnels, just like his own twisted mind. Each bus passenger represented a part of his personality. Lee represented his remaining goodness. Tony represented his anger. Van represented his abusive father. Sarah represented his mother, who was a model and had an affair. The twins represented his childhood. The date, 15th July, was the day James's parents died. His mother killed his father and then herself. Eventually, Qian realizes that the killer inside the tunnel was actually himself, meaning James's mind corrupts anyone who enters it. An evil version of Qian admits he never wanted Sarah to be saved. In the final moment, Qian sacrifices himself to destroy the evil completely. James wakes up from his coma and tells the police Sarah's location. She is rescued just in time, but Qian never wakes up. He remains trapped inside that tunnel forever.